friends, family, acquaintances, people on YouTube. Let me give you an update. So, for all my people in social media, all my friends and family, everybody knows I've been diagnosed with T-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia. So, cancer, basically. I've been battling this since late January, officially diagnosed around February 1st. And I just wanted to make a video kind of giving my story an update on where I'm at right now and what we're moving forward with. All right, so before I get into the details, just a quick recap. Like I said, I got diagnosed around February 1st. I had the flu, or I thought it was the flu. I got sick of missing work, and then I told my mom, "Yeah, Mom, I'm not getting any better, and I'm missing work. Take me to the emergency room tomorrow." So we did, and yeah, it wasn't the flu. It was cancer. Definitely didn't see that coming. But you know what? It happens to people. It's, statistically around 50% of people in the world will experience cancer at some point in their life. I'm not immune to bad things happening to me. So I'm also making this video because I feel like I have a great opportunity in front of me to exploit good out of what's really a very crappy situation. It's good for me in a sense now that things are moving in the right direction, because it's kind of giving me like an added purpose, kind of to share my story and hopefully make some people feel better about their situation if they're going through a similar battle, and to hopefully encourage other people to start talking more about not just cancer but health in general, and making sure that people are listening to their bodies, not self-diagnosing like I did. So here's what happened. I get the flu, or what I thought was the flu. I get sick of missing work, and I tell my mom, I'm not getting any better. Take me to the emergency room. So we go. Thursday, February 1st, and it's not the flu. I wish it was cancer. Very, very bad news. Definitely didn't see that coming. But from then on, I was transferred to Tampa General Hospital, where we started my chemo treatment. I had my induction phase as inpatient in Tampa General Hospital, my entire stay there. And then after that, I had consolidation as an outpatient to Tampa General Hospital with a doctor from Moffitt Cancer Center. Now here's what happened. I'm technically in remission. As of right now, there is no detectable cancer in my body. And that's great. It's good. But I'm also what they call high risk disease. My situation is a high risk situation where basically the biology of the disease in my bone marrow was extremely aggressive, very fast reproducing, and that puts me at a great chance of relapse if we just continue treatment. And transplant, bone marrow stem cell transplant, is the most extreme avenue to try and ensure that doesn't happen again. So I was put in contact with Moffitt Cancer Center and the transplant team, and at first I was hopeful that I didn't need a bone marrow transplant, but I gotta accept the reality. If I actually just finished the treatment, which would just be about 3 years, and this disease comes back, the risks are really, really high. If I relapse, it would come back more than likely, almost guaranteed, more aggressive, harder to treat, and I probably won't get a second chance at transplant. If I do that, basically the odds are against me. I consider myself a gambler, but that's not a gamble that I want to take. So I said, whatever, I'm doing the transplant. I give an update on my Facebook. Everybody knows I had an available bone marrow donor. Or in the registry, Moffitt found someone that was a full match for me, and then a few weeks later, we come to find out, for whatever reason, unknown to Moffitt, unknown to me, this person's just not available for at least 6 months. Maybe it's a woman and she's pregnant. Who knows? The point is, they can't donate for at least 6 months, and that's 6 months that I don't have. We also tested both my parents, who are both half matches. We decided to move forward with my dad because he's a male, and since males don't get pregnant, they don't have the antibodies that are produced when women get pregnant. So that's better on anyone. When you're doing a bone marrow transplant, it's almost always better to have a male donor because of that reason. I'm very privileged that my dad is my donor. I call it poetic because it's like he's given me life for a second time, and he's also very, very healthy. So I'm very confident. We're all very confident that things are gonna go well. But there's risks involved, and I'm not out of the woods yet. But I really think that everything in the end will have a happy ending. To get back on track, so my dad's gonna be my donor. I'm actually picking him up in like 45 minutes. So just let me finish explaining. Basically, I get admitted to Moffitt Cancer Center August 1st, and I start the prep chemo for transplant, which is basically to wipe out my bone marrow, kind of to make space for the stem cells of the new bone marrow. And then I stay in the hospital pretty much most of August, if not all of it. And that's for 100 days. I have to have someone watching me at all times. After I get released from Moffitt Cancer Center, I have to have a caregiver with me, somebody with me 24/7, that in case any side effects come up, they're ready to take me to Moffitt immediately, because that period after transplant, those 100 days, is what they call the danger zone. Any side effects that come up in that time, whether it be from graft versus host or an infection, they could all potentially be deadly. So it has to be handled as soon as something comes up. That's one of the challenges that I'm facing right now, is figuring that out. But that's if there's a will, there's a way. We're moving forward, and things are slowly but surely unfolding into the right direction. That's pretty much the entire update. That's my father's my bone marrow donor, and I'll be staying at Moffitt 100 days of intense, careful monitoring of my status of health, and making sure that I don't get any infections, to ensure that the bone marrow engraft properly. I want to talk about the fact that all of my family and my friends and friends of friends and friends of family and my community as a whole have been nothing but amazing and supportive, and I'm beyond eternally grateful for that. And I feel really happy that I'm in the situation that I'm in right now, regardless of the bad things, because like I said, this all started off very rough, but I'm confident that we're gonna have a happy ending to this, and I can use this to hopefully make other people feel better about their situation, encourage others to put on a fight, because the way I see it is, this is typically a cancer that kids have. If there's kids dealing with this, I have absolutely no place to complain, and I really hope that people take it seriously when it comes to their health. Stop self-medicating, self-diagnosing yourself. Go to your doctor, listen to your body. This is really how everything began for me. I started feeling something in my body that I knew didn't feel right. I just assumed that it was my body letting me know, hey, you're catching the flu, and at some point you're gonna get sick. Well, I did get sick, but it wasn't the flu. This was a feeling that I've never felt before, but it just felt at the same time somewhat familiar. I just knew that I felt sick or getting sick. So I really think it's important for people to listen to their body. Other than that, this is going on YouTube, so I'm happy to answer questions from everybody on Facebook. I'm gonna share this. I'm sick of writing long posts, and for a while I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna have the willpower or energy to write while I'm recovering from the bone marrow transplant. So yeah, please feel free to ask me whatever, and I really appreciate you watching if you stuck around this long. So stay tuned, because there's more to come.